Hi, this is Trey Passer. Welcome to my review of Stuber. I have to say, I was going to see Crawl today, but for some reason, when I bought the ticket for Crawl, okay, it didn't say on AMC on the website, it didn't say Crawl, it did say another movie. But when you click on the link, I thought, there's the time it was supposed to be for Crawl. And then I went to the theater to see all the movies listed, and this movie that they gave me the ticket for wasn't listed at all. So I thought, okay, well, maybe they just made a mistake on the website, on Movie Phone, AMC, on the, that it was, it was a different title than Crawl. But when I actually got to the theater, it wasn't the actual movie, and it wasn't Crawl. So I had a choice to rather than go downstairs and argue with the management and stuff over that because I'm pretty sure a lot of people got confused and got tricked into buying the thing for Crawl because it wasn't Crawl playing. It was a different movie, a totally different movie playing at that time. So the movie next to the theater where Crawl was supposed to be was, Stuber, which is, I didn't have any intention on seeing that movie. But, I was there, so I said, might as well go ahead and see it. I just had to wait an extra 10 minutes, and I went and see it. And Stuber, like I said, for those who haven't seen the trailer, it's about a mild-mannered Uber driver named Stu who picks up this detective character named Vic Manning, played by Dave Bautista, who's lost a partner and he's angry, and he has a lot of issues, personal issues with his daughter and stuff, not getting along with his daughter and stuff, and he's on the hunt for this terrorist that got away from him, and he's really angry. And of course, Stu, this guy is a mild-mannered Uber driver who's like in love with this coworker. He has a whole kind of complicated backstory, but the gist of it is he's a mild-mannered guy who gets taken advantage of a lot, and he also works as, like I said, as an Uber driver on the side. And of course, he gets mixed into this cop Vic Manning's world, where Vic Manning just, has to, he's trying to catch this terrorist and also be at his daughter's art gallery showing later that night. And basically, they get into some wacky adventures. Basically, like I said, you've seen the trailer, you pretty much know what it is. The guy that plays Stu, I think he's a comedian. He's been in a lot of things. I'm gonna butcher his name. His name is Kamal Nanji. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But anyway, he's basically, the straight. Well, not the. Well, he's kind of is the straight man, but he throws in a lot of comedy and stuff. And him and Batista, they have a good kind of chemistry and stuff. Like I said, he's a mild-mannered guy who's, who just, he just wants to open up this business with this girl that he likes and stuff, and he's not an aggressive guy. And so, of course, Batista is an aggressive guy, angry cop who wants to catch this terrorist that he's been on the hunt for a while. And of course, comedy ensues, or and I use that term very loosely. Comedy ensues. This movie is totally predictable. I mean, I think anybody could write the script for this. I mean, you can, if you've seen the trailer, you pretty much seen the whole movie basically. Which is why I didn't originally want to go see this movie, because if you watch the trailer, they basically give away the whole movie in the trailer. Basically, I mean, there's a few other things in there, but basically, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the whole gist of this movie. I mean, I had a few laughs with this movie, but basically, it's totally predictable. Like I said, this mild-mannered guy basically gets hooked up with this crazy aggressive cop, and he gets basically teaches him how to stand up for himself and be more assertive and more aggressive and stuff. And this guy teaches Batista how to be a more understanding guy with his daughter and all that stuff. So get the gist. And of course, in the middle of that is a bunch of people getting shot, a lot of people getting killed, and car accidents and stuff, and mindless violence and stuff. So like I said, it's totally predictable and stuff. Like I said, I had a few chuckles throughout this movie, but like I said, this wasn't the movie that I originally wanted to go see. I want to see Crawl, and I am going to go see Crawl eventually. Again, I blame AMC for having it on their website. I went to Movie Phone and clicked on the time, and then it took me to another, and it had a totally different movie. So I don't know what the issue was with. Somebody did that on purpose. They screwed it up or whatever. But like I said, I didn't have time I didn't really want to go downstairs and argue with the people. And then I think the movie wasn't going to start again for another hour or so. So I just let me just go see this movie. Like I said, I had a few chuckles, but it's totally predictable. And not a fantastic movie. Like I said, Dave Bautista and this guy that that plays Stu, they have a good kind of chemistry, and it made me laugh in spots. But like I said, it's a totally predictable movie. Anybody could write this movie because it's totally predictable. There is one cameo in this movie that I didn't see coming, which surprised me. Uh, but other than that, like I said, you got Mira Sorvino in this movie, which I, great to see her in a movie because I haven't seen her in a movie in a real long time. But her part is kind of wasted anyway. But and again, like I said, this movie is totally predictable. Not that funny. I mean, a few laughs here and there, but again, totally predictable, and you can pretty much, uh, predict how the movie's going to go. From once you see the beginnings of the movie, you know exactly how it's going to end, and it ended definitely the way you thought it would end. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna give Stuber. I'm gonna give it I'll give it a 6. Okay, and that's only because Batista and the guy that plays Stu, they do have a kind of a good kind of, they play off each other, kind of well. But again, the story is just totally predictable, and they have the guy from the Raid in this movie, and he's totally wasted in this movie. He's like the terrorist guy character, and I don't even think he has 10 lines in the whole movie. I don't think he, I don't even, yeah, I don't think he has 10 lines in the whole movie. They added up all his lines in this movie. I don't even think he has 10 lines in the whole movie. So it's like a complete waste of his talent, because that guy, if you've seen the Raid movies, you know that guy can kick ass and he's charismatic, but this movie's basically totally wasted in this movie. So again, I'm gonna give it a 6, and that's pushing it. And again, 6 is pushing it, and that's mostly because of Batista and this guy's chemistry. But this movie, like I said, you can wait till it comes on video because this movie's not gonna be in theaters too much longer, and it is what it is. And I'm just pissed off at. I don't know if I should blame Movie Phone or I should blame AMC. Probably should blame AMC for you click on the link and it takes you to a movie and then it's a totally different movie, and just. But anyway, I give it a 6. But now I'm thinking about it. Maybe I shouldn't give it a 6. 6 is being generous. I'm gonna give it a 5.7. Okay, 6 was being too generous. I'm gonna give it a 5.7. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you've seen Stuber, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below, and if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram in the description box, as well as a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions. Please check this out as well. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long. Take care.